Hello everyone, so I'm in Good Neighbour. Now, early today I took Preston out, trying to loosen the guy up a little bit. Didn't really work, but however, in my more lucid moments, I had a gander over here to this. Now, I hadn't even noticed, but basically the entirety of Good Neighbour is surrounded by these much taller, weirder looking perimeter walls. But it was this one here that really stood out to me, because I realised, well, that's the normal junk fence there, and it's a lot taller. And what they've gone and done, basically, is Bethesda has kind of used the various metal walls and wooden walls and various elements. Will you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to talk, mate. Anyway, yeah. Basically, what they've gone and done is they've made quite a nice little ramshackle wall. And I wanted to recreate this, so I've gone and done that. I wanted to show you what they'd done first. That way I can also have a point of reference for us all to think about. But also, that way if someone says that looks stupid, I can point and go, but Bethesda do it. Right, let me just go to Nordhagen Beach to show you what I mean. Right, so we're at Nordhagen Beach. This is obviously my second save from when I made Nordhagen Beach. This is why it isn't built up. But here's what I whipped together. I'm rather chuffed with the outcome. As you can see, I wanted it to still kind of retain that very scrappy vibe. One of the reasons why this video is a little late, actually, because I had an idea to maybe make this a bit more of an easier process, but the end result was something a little less organic than what I've whipped up here. Basically, I've mixed the kind of normal fence structures with also actual settlement walls, and it looks pretty cool. It's relatively the same process that Bethesda have done. The only thing I don't have is I haven't found a reliable way to add railings to the top. I have a couple of ideas, because obviously if you go into Good Neighbour, you can see that they've actually texturized the walls with railings as well, so it's all weird and wonderful shapes. Right, let me show you how I achieved this. So, I mean, I'm not going to lie, this is a little bit more time-consuming than making a fence wall, but not very much, because you've probably noticed already, if you looked at that, I haven't actually been very tidy with the fences, because I don't need to be. So, let's make this side go in here. Right, so it's pretty straightforward. I'm going to have to do it this side, aren't I? Am I? Nah, I'll do this side, it's fine. Right, so it's gonna be... Where am I doing this? We'll do it there. I might actually have to take that part off at some point, but it's fine. We'll just do a section of wall. I just wanted to show you kind of like what would be ostensibly a complete section of wall. So basically what you do... Let's go out here a second, make that roughly the same height, is you use the shack foundation to position a piece of wall. Actually, I'm going to take that fence piece completely off for a second, so we can move it properly. Use the shack foundation to position a piece of wall, and then you just kind of shunt it around a little bit. So that's obviously a little bit at an angle. Naturally, because it's being a knob, that's just... For when you, are basically, because the reason why this is being a bit awkward here is because I've already placed one of the foundations down, so it's a bit awkward for me to move it. Get close, you little bastard. Oh, I clicked the whole thing up. 1 second. Come back here. Well, once we get started, just give me a bloody sec, alright? Give me a fucking second. Right, you come in. Because I can't actually push the foundation as close as I'd like. There we go. Right, we get there. That'll do. Just a bit snapping for a second. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. Right, okay. So now that's all in place, I can now place a wall down. So what I tend to do is I alternate between one of the normal, kind of from the wood tab, either corrugated steel, and I make them different heights as well, or wood, and then I take one from the metal tab. But to be honest, you can use whatever you like, really. I actually looked back and thought maybe it might look better with just the wood tab. Let's make this one this tall. We'll make it just a 3x3. We'll make it too large. Let's pick a piece of wool. I mean, I generally use all the flat ones on the top, and at the bottom you'll see what I do in a sec. Let's use this fuggo one here. Don't connect it. Okay, right, now let's do the top. Oh, this doesn't really matter if it's all awkward. Now, one thing, just as a note, what I could do, and I did try, is you can actually use this, put it on there, and then you can make one giant one which is all straight. It just looks wank, so don't do that. I mean, you can. I might whimsically show it to you at some point, but I can't be asked because it doesn't look very good. So, So what I'm doing, the reason why I've left gaps, is I'm going to use the wall ends to basically fill the gaps out. Because the reason being is I just don't want it to... Oh, yeah. I don't want it to all be the same size of metal, basically. And these are pretty generous with how close they can be. Right, there we go. See? And it just kind of... Go from the outside here a second. And you don't even need to make it look very organised. If you look at this, they're not really. It's just... It's very, very kind of ramshackle looking. And if you're having trouble putting these on, you can just... I can just pop them on there, and genuinely I can move them in, I believe. So I'm only doing this small section here, because I don't want to overdo it. Plus, I want to keep this quite short and snappy. And then it'll be in one of the rebuild episodes. Probably, actually, Murkwater or Sanctuary. I'm going to use this technique for both well, pretty much for all of my settlements from now on, because I want kind of, you know, decent-looking walls. Is that going to be close enough? Or do I have to... There we go. Grand. And then we'll do that one, and then we'll put a tower there. Yeah, that's perfect, actually. Right, so up. I like Nordhagen, and I'm going to make it a lot bigger, but Jesus fucking Christ, the weather is shit. Just like Murkbog. Just to FYI, any of you guys are, you know, mod makers and are intending to start making mods for PS4, could you be a ledge and make Davey a get rid of fog mod? See, rain, I love rain. Fucking hate fog. Fucking hate it. Makes me angry. Right, anyway, we'll do the top 4, sorry. Stop rambling and get on this. Right, so. Might have sometimes a little bit of a... Oh! Had it there as well. Right, let me just get it vaguely in. It doesn't have to be perfect. Use the hold X thing. Get in there, you fucker. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I decided I was going to do this as kind of like a, you know, sped up build, but I actually wanted to show you it piece by piece, because I don't really need to show you how to rebuild an entire section. Right. You know, for the sake of this one, let's just leave that there. Right, now for the bottom floor, what I do is, on the metal parts, I use one of the wooden roofs. Is that metal? I can't see. Yeah, it is. One of the wooden roofs, and I basically put it at the bottom. The reason... One of these angled pieces, rather, that's a bit more inaccurate of describing it. The reason being is I want the bottom to look chunkier than the top, effectively. Don't worry, after we've done this, we will actually make it... I mean, potentially, you could also, you know, use these and have it really chunky at the bottom. But yeah, afterwards, sorry about the rain, but I'm not re-recording this. Plus, I like the rain. Okay, let me just pop that there. There we go, it's perfect. Right, so we've now done that part. Let me just... I'm going to stop recording there quickly, and then I'll just go so it's nicer weather, because my luck today is not working out. One sec. And we're back. Right, let me show you the front quickly, so you can see what I mean. So basically kind of alternate. The reason for these parts right here is just to kind of break up the structure a little bit. I really want it... I want it to look like Megaton on the outside. I am umming and ahhing about whether I actually like the metal bits or not. I mean, you could almost make the whole thing out of the wood tab. I just wanted to mix it up a little bit, I guess. You know, the idea is there's the Pridwin in there for the actual airport. You know, crashed airplanes over there, so there would be different textures. But right, now that I've done that part there, now we're just going to rug glitch the fences in. In hindsight, I could have had these ready for you, but whatevs. I'll be quick. It's only going to be about 3, and I won't make it perfect. It'll be just for the sake of a demonstration as such. I think I'm going to need about 3, say. Bump, bump. The reason for the 3 rugs, by the way, is just to make it so I have more reach. Bump, bump. It's good, actually, that I have to rebuild Nordhagen, because it allows me to actually... Because the reason why, because as you were with me at the start, Nordhagen was actually one of the first settlements I built up. What am I looking for? Fences. But I then restarted months ago, but I'd already built up Hangman's Alley and Nordhagen at that point, and the original castle and the original sanctuary. So I get to rebuild it again, but I didn't actually use all the space when I did Nordhagen the first time. So let's just slap these in, shall we? Now, the thing is, they have to be very, like, straight. Leave the rugs on as well. Let's have a... I generally maybe... I didn't for that one, but I think I'm going to stop not use the barbed wire versions as well, just because the barbed wire tends to clip and it looks a bit shit. Like, having the metal clip is actually okay, but having the barbed wire clip tends to weirdly make look a little bit more noticeable. Let's just put them in ostensibly for now. Doesn't really have to be massively organised. Where's me? There it is. Where's my rug? There it is. Okay. So you can see, this is really simple to do. I'll show you how to do the... I haven't actually done the tower part yet. I should do that really quickly. Quick note on the tower. And I'm not going to do it right now. Is... One second, let me show the front first, actually, before I do the tower. As you can see, like that's literally it. I mean, I can straighten the rugs out, but it looks pleasantly ramshackle. And because we've added those weird junky bits on the side, it just looks odd. But in a good way. It looks like we've pulled the junk together. It's like an extended version of the junk fence. Let me just quickly show you how to do these towers. You don't have to have the towers. I just like them, to be honest. So we use this. But what you can't do is you probably, a lot of you know, you can use this to glitch in a shack foundation. The reason why that's not working is because I've stupidly put that on first. I'll take that off. But what you can't do... You can't use the rug glitch put in, but because that's already there, I can't move that down. Now, I could manually move it in, but I'm lazy, so I'm not going to. Right, let's finish, shall we? Very, very quickly. So what do I need? Two. Two will be fine. Very quickly. Bump, bump, bump. I like these a lot. They're ultimately... You could argue they're not very time-consuming. I mean, they are, I guess. Because you don't have to be as tidy with the fences. However, obviously, as you've got to see already, it does take a bit longer to get the whole thing together. But the whole effect, I find, is a lot more satisfying and ridiculously more dispensable. Let's have that bit at the side and we'll use a corner piece on this one. And then I'll do the top part really quickly. Again. Now, annoyingly, I initially had the idea, which is why this has taken longer to come out, is I was actually going to do, like, walkways at the top, which, the problem is, to do that, you need to have the wall completely straight, if you want the walkways connected to the tower, and that was giving me a headache, and making me angry, and made me buy some beer, which is very nice, by the way. I bought some nice IPA. I can't remember what it's called, though. However, it didn't really work, so I think I'm just going to stick to my towers, to be honest, until we actually get something a little bit more reliable. Let's just slip that in there for now. So, as you can see, the one problem you might have, you're going to have to, I'll link it in the bottom, in the description, but basically you're going to have to maybe use the rug glitch to actually sink these in the ground. I made a video on how to actually put the fences on uneven ground, and I haven't done it now, and I will actually go back and do it for these ones. I just didn't want to spend ages in front of you guys doing this. Let me just quickly, like ridiculously quickly, do that, and then we can see the end result. Can I pop anything? I can put it on the front, can't I? Yeah, okay. Now, one thing to note about this, it does look a little bit weird, potentially, from the back if they're not exactly very close. However, you can actually pretty much plug the gap. You can basically put walls against the back if you want. What I'm going to do, if there are parts of the walls that maybe I can't get as close as I'd like, I'm actually just going to build a building in front of it so you can't see any errors. Just quickly do this. And we'll see the end result. I still haven't figured out a gatehouse yet, I'm not going to lie. I think I might do that in another one. I'll do that in one of my Let's Builds, so we can... Not Let's Builds, rebuilds. So we can actually see how it would work. Oh, there we go. Come on, love. Sorry. Get in there, you shit. Little fucker, come on. Come on. Come on, dearie. There we go. Beautiful. Probably not beautiful. Anyway, right, let's see what we've done. Let's take that rug off there. Let's get right up against the wall and take that rug off there. There we go. Right, okay. So you can see, it's pretty straightforward. I've maybe not made those as completely straight as I could, actually. But there we go. That's it. And it looks... I really like it a lot. It just gives it a lot more of a megaton vibe. It's a lot bigger. You know, you can... Obviously, I haven't done the towers yet, but you can have those little towers poking over the top. You can put the raider poles behind. And it... Yeah, it makes for a little bit more of a fortress, I guess. As opposed to, you know, these low walls that basically are... A behemoth with a giant pole could just throw itself over. Right, hope you guys enjoyed that. I am potentially going to wall off the rest of the settlement and record it and then put it for a later video in a month or something. But yes, another video or two tomorrow. I'll talk to you lovely people soon. Any questions, as always, leave a comment or follow me on Twitter at norespawns. And you have a lovely weekend. Take care.